Alright, welcome back to the channel, Jay. We appreciate having you on here again for another video, another Tuesday. So, yeah, we just wanted to come stop by. I was on stream last night, and the supporters were asking some questions of us. So I guess the first question they wanted to know from you is, I made a prediction before the new year. My prediction was that it would hit $80 by July of this year. I was clearly wrong. So we wanted to ask you your prediction of what you think it could happen with like silver and gold this year.
I hate making predictions. I predict that, but I'll do it anyway. I predict it's gonna drop a little bit.
Yep.
But there's so many factors that are going into it, especially with world events. Like, who predicted that Venezuela stuff? I didn't see that coming.
Exactly.
So that caused it to, spike a little bit, and that's still not over. You got Iran going on. There's just so much world events. Housing market's starting to dip a little bit. Stock market is due for a crash. When that crashes, you could expect the metals to go up.
Right.
But
Yep.
who knows?
Exactly.
Sometimes it does the opposite. Sometimes it makes everything go down all at the same time. So who knows? My predictions is as good or as bad as anyone else's. I predict it's going to kind of continue on an upward trend, but it's due for a correction. I think it's a little bit overvalued. That's just my opinion.
Right.
Take it for what it's worth.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, my new updated prediction that I made, just for everyone's hype, because everyone's doing it right now. I predicted by the end of the year maybe 150, but who knows? If it goes up, if it goes down, I'm still buying regardless. So most of the people said they would buy at almost any price. Question number 2 the supporters were asking on stream is, how much do you sell like your Eagles or Maples for? I assume they just mean like the premium under or over, because normally we go off of the spot price. But yeah, for premium wise,
It depends on if we get them from a customer or if we have to order them. If we have to order them, the premiums are higher, obviously. The Eagles are still holding their premiums fairly well. The Maples, not so much. The Maples are pretty fair. They're maybe an extra 50 cents or $1 over rounds.
Right.
But also, if you notice, I have Maples in the tray with the rounds. If they get any kind of spots or toning or scratches or blemishes, they get downgraded.
Okay.
And Maples are real sensitive to that. Even if you buy them in sealed tubes, after a while they'll get spots on them. And once you open them and touch them, now they're the same price as the rounds. So mostly right now they're the same price. If I order them, they're going to be a little bit more.
Right.
Eagles are holding their value quite well. An extra $2 to $3, maybe $4 at the most.
Okay.
Over the rounds. But again, unless they have scratches, blemishes, fingerprints, that automatically downgrades them to the price of the rounds.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was seeing, and I haven't been collecting long, but I was seeing back in the day that Eagles could go well over $5.
Yeah, and even during COVID, they were like $15. It was stupid. They
Golly.
were like 50% over spot for a little while. It was crazy.
Golly, that's crazy. All right, and then our last question that we have for you today is, do you melt constitutional coins or any silver?
I don't personally melt anything. I have a crucible for melting gold. Once in a while, I'll do some gold melting just for scrap jewelry. But as far as any of the other stuff you see, I don't melt it. And the reason is the premiums. When you go to sell them, if someone's buying a big glob of silver or gold or whatever it is, they don't know what it is. They don't know the purity. They'll have to run it through an assay and remelt it and send it to the refiner, who's only going to pay you a certain percentage anyway. And right now the refiners are paying 85% of melt on scrap sterling silver. So the premium's a little bit better. If we send it in this form, we're getting like 92% of the melt price if we send in junk silver.
Okay.
So don't melt it.
Yeah, and that was like what the supporters were telling me on stream last night, because I was going through the coin collection and I was going through the Mercury dimes actually. And for the ones that aren't going to go in the book, I just made a suggestion that I would melt them. And they were like, yeah, don't do that. Exactly. And I was just like, after I thought about it, what they were saying to me, I was like, yeah, it makes sense not to melt it, because someone could be looking for those dates. That might be a date that someone needs, or it holds its weight and value.
Now some does get melted, especially when the premiums were even lower before, because I just looked today and a lot of the premiums have gone back up. They're a little bit stronger. They were paying $7 to $9 under spot per ounce on 90%. Now they're down around, I think it's $6.50. So they and the same across the board. They've raised a lot of the premiums on the silver because a lot of people are starting to buy it. Demand is picking up.
Right.
But a lot of junk silver was getting melted a couple months ago. There were so many people selling it. The refiners were backed up, and some of it was getting melted.
Okay. Are the refiners still backed up by chance? Or?
No, they have caught up, and but that could change any day. For all we know, we could wake up tomorrow and they're not taking it.
Right.
It just happens just like that.
Exactly. Okay. And then I did have another question they wanted to ask that I remembered. Do you have a secret coin, your favorite coin that you like, or is there like a secret collection that you have that you would?
I have a typeset that my dad left me. He also left me a book of peace dollars, which is a really nice book of peace dollars. I have a couple books of U.S. Eagles and Canadian Maple Leafs. I keep those. And I have like a personal collection of just some miscellaneous stuff. Nothing like too special. Wish I had my book here, I'd show you. But one of my favorite coins in the world is the U.S. made it. It's a platinum $100 coin. And if you look in the book or you look online, just look at the platinum $100 1 ounce coins, the proofs, and there's a lot of nice designs. They made one like for Florida. It's got like a swamp scene. They made an Arizona one, and it's got like a desert scene with the cactus and stuff. And there's just a bunch of really nice ones. Those are my personal favorites. My dad's personal favorite was the $10 gold Indian. That's a really nice coin. It's really unique. And that's probably one of my favorites too.
Yeah, we'll have to add some clips or some snippets of those coins.
Sure, I'll break them out.
Show.
Yeah, I'll break them out and show you one day.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we appreciate that.
No problem.
But that was mainly, what the supporters and what I, had for you today. Where I spent $15, guys, and this is what I was able to pick up. So, the theme of the channel is, one coin at a time, 1 ounce, anything you can get your hands on. And like we say, it can go up, it can go down. So, this isn't like financial advice or anything like that. I'm just a collector. He sells to us collectors at the end of the day. Neither of us really, he has good knowledge, but like with markets and stuff like that, it's so unpredictable. No one knows what might happen. But yeah, once again, we appreciate you, joining us and, coming on the channel today with your wisdom. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you. Bye now.